Hi everyone, I'm Steven from YogaWorks. Welcome to your practice. This class is called the Daily Pick Me Up. Daily because actually our body needs very regular maintenance, so to speak. The more you use your body in the nicest way possible, of course, the better it's going to function. But also pick me up because we want to move in a way that feels sustainable, that feels like we can do this for a very long time, that feels like if you do the same practice every day, that it wouldn't kill you, it would actually make you feel better. So that we want to move in a way that doesn't deplete our energy, but rather restores it, that adds something to it. And also we've chosen a whole bunch of movements that really feel like it gets a little bit tight and bogged down when we sit for long periods, when we feel stressed, when we're anxious. Then they include the side body. We're going to be doing some twists because they have a nice sort of uplifting effect. And there's a couple of back bends that we're going to be practicing as well, just to open the front body, to stretch the chest, the heart area, the front of the shoulders. And these elements together combine into something really uplifting, but at the same time have a calming and soothing effect at the end. So keep this in mind as we start moving. This is not the practice where we're going to be pushing the hardest, but just like a fun daily maintenance flow that you can return to over and over again, hopefully. So let's get started in a cross-legged position. It doesn't really matter which leg is in front. For now, we can swap it around and then have right hand or wrist over your left knee and do a little twist to the left. You can use your left hand behind you for some support. This is just to first touch on a little bit of movement, so don't go too far, keep it mild. And then return to the center. You could swap the legs or you can just stay the same. It doesn't really make too much of a difference here, I think. Left hand can go over right knee, right hand behind you. Get a bit of length in the spine and turn gently to the right. We're just touching upon some of the areas that we'll be working with without going too far. This is the introduction. And then return to the center, place left hand off to the left. Lift your right arm and do a little side bend with the right arm over the head to the left side. You can either bend that left elbow or you can place it further away, whatever feels better. The right hip, you have some options there. You can either work to keep it down or you can allow it to lift up a bit. Both are totally fine. And then lift back to center, right hand to the right, left arm lifted up. Take the left arm over the head and reach. Couple of breaths here. You can bend the right elbow or you can walk the hand a bit further. You can work with the left hip being down or up, depending on your preference. And then slowly lift back up. Well done. Now open the legs wide without straining too much, just whatever is available at the moment. And then turn over your left leg, walk the hands there a little bit. And if it feels good, you can have the right hand over the left shin or ankle or foot. But if it's too much to reach for that foot, then don't force anything, of course. A breath or so here. And then slowly release. Let's turn over to the right leg. Walk the hands a bit forward. Stop here. This is fine. Or left hand over the right leg. Wherever you can reach is fine. And it could be nice to turn the chest down towards that knee a bit, so you get a bit more into the opposite side of the lower back, so the left side in this case. Couple of slow breaths. And then release. Now side bend, that was more of a twist. Side bend, left elbow to left, knee somewhere or inside the left knee. Reach the right arm over and just hang out here for a moment. Keep it mild, this is just our introduction to get going. Lift up, right elbow towards the right knee, or maybe inside, reach the left arm over and lengthen that side body. Slowly come up, make your way into downward facing dog. So in our intro, we've done a little bit of twisting, a little bit of side bending, so you might already feel slightly more space in the down dog, especially in the side body. See if you can become aware of that. And then however you do it, reach right hand to outside of left leg. If it's a bit far, then just walk a tiny bit closer, and this will help you reach that outer shin or ankle or foot. And then bend the right elbow, turn your chest to the left, push the left hand down, and lift the hips up. Release, right hand down. Reach left hand to outside of the right leg. Wherever you can hold, keep stretching the heels down towards the mat. Turn the chest to the right and press the mat away, both with your feet and the right hand. Lift the hips high, one more breath here. Slowly release. Inhale to come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, come into Sphinx pose. You can have hands in prayer or interlace the fingers, doesn't matter too much. And then ever so slightly press the elbows down and pull the elbows towards your body. Just touching on the first little mild back bend. We'll do some deeper ones later on, but this is a good start. Nice, and tuck your toes under, lift the hips up, and then walk closer to dolphin pose. Really great for a bit of shoulder strength and also range in the shoulders with the arms over the head. Push the mat down with your elbows, with the wrists, with the outsides of the hands. Lift the hips just like down dog. The legs are also in down dog shape. Take a slower breath in, slower breath out. Slowly walk back and come back into Sphinx pose. So hips all the way down, front of the legs, front of the feet. Grounded, front of the feet, tops of the feet. Nice. Slowly come up, press your way back to downward facing dog. And then just walk your feet forward to the front. Cross your right foot over the left. So right knee is in front of left. You can bend that right knee a little bit. And if it's possible, straighten the left leg and push that left heel down. Now lift the hips up. Either stay here or walk your hands a bit to the right, just a little bit. Feel that outer left hip, maybe even into the lower back or the waist. And undo that. Swap the legs, going to be left foot in front of the right. You can bend the left knee a little bit. If it's possible, straighten the right knee, but if it's not, then just keep both knees a bit bent. It's okay. Press the right heel down, lift the right hip up, and maybe walk the hands slightly left. Slowly walk back, untwist the feet, roll up to standing. Nice. And just a little side bend. Standing tall, feet hip distance, and start to move the left hand down towards the left knee. The right shoulder will naturally lift up. And if you want to, you can take the right arm over the head. Take a moment, stretch away to the right side. And then right hand down. Let's swap to second side. Right hand lowers, 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 lowers until you stop. The left hand might reach over too much with the left arm. Keep the left hand next to your hip, rather. Slowly lift back up. Nice. Front of the mat. Couple of sun salutations. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Lift nice and high. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee. Inhale, lift arms, low lunge. Exhale, just step to down dog. First one, we won't do a vinyasa. Inhale in down dog, take a deeper breath. Exhale, step your right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Inhale, lift your arms, low lunge. Exhale, step forward and fold in. Inhale, let's rise, take it all the way up. Exhale, straight back down. Use your belly to fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, lift the arms, broaden the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, step back and lift the hips. Inhale, slower breath in down dog. Create a nice rhythm for the breath. Exhale, the left foot forward, the right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. One breath, low lunge. Exhale, step into it. Forward, fold. Inhale, rise, take it up. Exhale, straight back down for round 2. We'll add some back bends. Inhale, flat back. Feel the muscles in the back. Exhale, the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms, low lunge. Exhale, first to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. And clasp your hands behind the lower back. Inhale for locust pose. Pull the knuckles back towards your heels and feel the whole back body strengthen. If you like, you can lift the feet, the legs as well a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull them down the back. One more breath. And then slowly release. Make your way back. Down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, step right foot forward. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, step lightly to the front. Relax the head. Inhale, rise, go all the way up. Last round. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back to low lunge, knee down. Inhale, let the arms float up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Prepare for cobra pose, hands next to the middle of the chest. Elbows in, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders, elbows stay close, and then draw the shoulders down the back as you pull the heart forward. We'll take a few extra breaths here. Feel the front of the legs press down. Feel the whole front body open and expand. Slowly lower. Downward facing dog, step back. Inhale in down dog. Exhale, step left foot forward, lower the right knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, step and fold at the front. Inhale, rise, take it up. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Stand tall, mountain pose. Notice your breath. If it feels good, close the eyes for a moment. From here, bend the knees quite a lot. Sit a little bit back with the hips and then press or twist your left elbow over the right knee. Lengthen the spine forward. So imagine the back of the spine goes behind you. The chest and the head reach to the front. And then from that space, see if you can find a bit more twisting room to the right. Release. Take a moment to hang down, or if it feels good, you can clasp your hands behind the lower back and lift the hands up for a moment. Release the hands if you're holding them. Rebend the knees. Come up, hands to heart for twisted chair pose to the second side. Right elbow go over left knee. Push the elbow and the knee together. Now take a moment, lengthen the spine way more. Then roll the left shoulder open. Keep pressing the elbow and the knee together. Keep moving the breath through the pose as slowly, smoothly as you can. Release that. Hang down, or again, clasp the hands if that feels good. Release the hands. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Then open the hip and lift the leg a little bit higher. Bend the right knee. Lift the right knee as high as you can. Twist into it. It's nice to stay here, but what you can also do is lower that left elbow down, and I like to place the right hand a little bit more off to the side and onto the fingertips to exaggerate the side bend, twisty down dog variation, you could say. And then, however you do it, come out of that and step your right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Nice. Come up into low lunge. Here, allow the hips to sink forward and down for this version. Then, if it's possible, lower the right hand off to the right here. If this is too far, then you might need to lift the hand up with a block or any other means of support there. If that still doesn't work, hand on the hip will definitely do the trick. So make a plan. Lift the left arm, reach the left arm over the head to the right side. Keep bending that right knee and press the left knee down into the mat. Take a deeper breath and then slowly release, downward facing dog. Just check in with yourself. Do you need to keep moving and add a vinyasa here? You're very welcome to do that. But please don't go into any autopilot, always pushing harder, adding more. This is not always the best solution. So we can ask ourselves, what is the best option for me right now? And sometimes that's child's pose, and sometimes that's 10 chaturangas. Nice. Second side, lift the left leg high. Open the hip, lift the leg a little bit higher if you got space. Bend the left knee and lean into it. So it's a side bend and a twist. You can stay here, or you can lower that right elbow. Maybe slide the left fingertips a little bit off to the side. Take another moment. And then somehow get that left foot forward and lower the right knee down. Sometimes we need to be a bit creative on how we move and get things done in our yoga class. Nice. We're in a low lunge. Go nice and deep with the hips. And then feel free to lift that left hand onto something, or if you don't need that, that's also good. Left hand goes off to the left side. Lift the right arm up. Reach it over the head and stretch into it. Couple of breaths here. Don't go further than you need to feel something interesting. But remember, we're also moving in a way that is sustainable, that feels good, that feels like we can do it for a very long time. We can repeat it every day if you want to. Release. Back to downward dog. Remember, you can rest in child's pose, or you can keep moving with a vinyasa of your choice. Nice. From here, go halfway into plank. Step your right hand a big step forward. And then turn onto the outer edge of your right foot and step your left foot in front of the right hip. Then allow the right hip to hammock down, as it were. So you're hanging from that structure of the right arm and the right leg. And we're really getting to the whole side body here. It's really nice pose to hang out for a while. You can use the breath to really expand that right side of the rib cage here. And then we'll do 2 little lifts. So reach the left hand to the right foot. This might increase your stretch already. And then on the inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can and reach with your left arm over the head, almost in the direction of the front of your mat. And then lower back down, stretch through the left fingers. One more time. Lift, reach, and hang the left arm over the head. And then place the left hand back down. Come back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then go halfway to plank, second side. Left hand a hand's distance forward to where it was. Outer side of left foot. Step the right foot in front of left hip and hang down. Nice. A little moment to stretch the whole left side body. Work with the breath to expand the left rib cage, a little bit like an accordion. I feel it's helpful when you imagine that kind of movement. And then if you like to reach the right hand towards the left foot, stretch the fingers away and then lift everything up. You can push that right foot down, left foot down, and do this kind of side plank variation. Nice bit of strength. And then hammock back down. One more time, lift up. Reach up and over like you want to hold the front of your yoga mat. And place the hand down. Back to downward facing dog. Let's bring right knee behind the right wrist for pigeon pose. Stretch that left leg back. For a moment, lift the chest, make it nice and active. And then place the left elbow down. And do this twisty variation of pigeon. So you're just turning, I like to press right fingertips outside right knee. Turn the chest to the right while I'm pulling the right hip a little bit back. And then just briefly, if you like to, you can bend that left knee, hold the left foot inside or outside, you can choose. I tend to like the outside a little bit better for this. And then kick your foot into the hand. So again, it's a twist, it's outer hip stretch. It's a quad stretch on the other side. There's a lot of stuff happening. If the foot is not within your reach, and feel free to not do that, of course. And then gently release. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, slowly come down to your belly. Cobra pose. Hands not under the shoulders, a little bit further back. Press the tops of the feet down. Roll the shoulders back. Broaden the chest to the front. Lift up to a good level for you. But keep the front of the hips down. And also we're never straightening the elbows in this pose. So keep your elbows a little bit soft. And then slowly lower to the mat. Downward facing dog. Good, left knee forward for pigeon. Right leg back. Keep left knee to the left side of the mat. Set it up as best as you can. First start a bit more active, lifting the chest and then grounding whichever part of the legs and the hips touch down, ground them down. Nice. Lower the right elbow. Left hand is outside left knee. You can't see this, but I'm sure you know what to do. Turn the chest to the left. At the same time, pull that left hip a little bit back. Stay here, or bend the right knee, hold the outside of the foot or the inside if that's a bit easier to reach. Kick your foot into the hand, and it's almost like your right foot is pulling you into this twist. One more deeper breath, and then slowly release. Come into wide-legged stance. Step any foot forward, whichever one works best for you. Turn the feet parallel. Nice. Then start to walk both hands towards the left foot, just a little bit. If you can, of course, you go a little bit further. Maybe some of you can hold the outside of the left leg with the right hand. If that's the case, you can reach the left hand forward, almost like down dog with the left arm, and the other arm is in that twist, and then just bend the right elbow a bit. Couple of breaths. Slowly release. Walk both hands to the right leg. Stay here, this is option 1. Option 2, left hand holds the outside of the right ankle. And then if that's the case, you can walk the right hand a bit more center again, almost like down dog with the right arm, twist with that left arm. Remember, we want a practice that is sustainable, that's not sucking all our energy. We have to rest for a few hours after a yoga practice. That would defeat the point. We want to move in a way that feels uplifting and positive and confidence building. Slowly release. Come up, turn the toes out and the heels in for goddess pose. And actually come up a little bit higher with the hands on the knees. And then we're just going to turn the left shoulder down, lift the right shoulder up, and press the knees away with the hands. Just find a way to do this. You might straighten one arm, bend the other arm that you're twisting towards, or just find your own way. Back to center, and then Do the same to the other side. Press the knees away, drop the right shoulder, lift the left shoulder. Slowly release. Place the knees down for camel pose. For the first one, lift the heels up, maybe for both. I quite like this option. Knees hip distance. Then first, keep the core strong as you lean back a little bit until your hands can touch down on the heels. Then from here, expand the hips forward, the belly up, the chest up, maybe the head back if that's comfortable for your neck, but otherwise make changes as much as you need to. One more deeper breath. And slowly come out. It's nice to sit back after quite a strong back bend like that. Take a moment, feel your whole body. Let's do one more round. You can do the same. I'm going to do the same. Or if you have another version of camel that you prefer, maybe with the heels a bit lower, then feel free to do that. So expand the front. I like to lift up from the bottom to the top to feel more of the strength work. And feel the expansion in your quads and the hip flexors, the belly, the chest, the front of the shoulders. This is amazing work if you've been sitting for a long time, or just as a little bit of a pick-me-up, which is the whole purpose of this class. Slowly come out, sit back, rest your hands on the thighs. Got about a minute. If you like to, this is a good time to lie down, take a brief Shavasana. Or you can stay in a seated meditation. Take a moment, scan through your body. See or feel the after effects of the twists, the side bends, the back bends, the movements. Also notice that you came to the practice with the intention of giving yourself a little pick-me-up. This is really great work. It might be some of the most important work that you'll do in a day. So give yourself a little credit to come to your mat, take a little break from everything else, to invest in your health and well-being. And slowly start to blink your eyes open, come up to sitting if you're in Shavasana, or if you have more time, just stay there for a little bit longer, of course. Place your hands in front of the chest. Touch your hands to your forehead, to your heart, and bow to yourself on your mat. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste, everybody. Well done for coming to your mat, for giving yourself a little pick-me-up, and I hope to see you here again soon. Take care.